Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video by Reviews on Anything. My name is Peter and today you are looking at two of my children on a sleeping mat. This is not any sleeping mat, this is the Camfy P3 Air Sleeping Pad from Unigear. This is a portable mat, especially designed for camping of course, but mainly to be portable, on the go and still be comfortable. To ensure your comfort, this mat has quite a few features actually. It's water repellent. It is a inner structure with a 150D Oxford strap, successfully passing a 100 kilo load bearing test. Tear resistant 40D310T nylon to be precise, with a unique texture design, and it has an aviation grade TPU edge pressing process. It comes in two sizes that I'll put here on the screen. It also comes in two colors, this blue and another green. Alright, that's the technical stuff out of the way. Let's have a closer look at this sleeping mat from Unigear. We're on my terrace. I'm about 6'1", 215 pounds for reference, so that's in European money 183 high and about 95-96 kilos. And this is how small the bag actually is. So it's quite nice, very portable, fits in the backpack easily. Nice touch, you get two color-coded patches in case you rip it somehow, and you can actually fix it yourself, which is nice, like fixing a bike tire. Very convenient. Now the bag is important because it also serves as your sort of improvised pump. We'll get to that later. So, unpacking, easy. So here we have the package itself with two elastic straps, which is actually quite nice, makes it a nice compact thing to pack. Here's the valve, as you can see, that corresponds to the valve on the outside of the bag. So this is attachable to each other, and then you can actually start inflating it using this bag, but we'll get to that in a bit. Taking these off, it's just a matter of rolling it out. And there is your, put the right side up, and there is your mat. Now I'll pick you up so you can have a bit of a look, and I'm not squinting into the camera. That is the full extent of it. Obviously it's not inflated yet, we'll get to that in a second. And if I lay on it, you can see that I fit pretty much the whole way in and out. So size wise, that gives you a bit of an idea. Certainly not a full size mattress. You can see that when I'm in the middle, there's not that much space left on the side, so no serious tossing and turning going on. But on the other hand, it is wide enough for a person my size, so that is quite nice. And it's also long enough because you probably have like a head pillow here. So then you can sleep in comfort without anything hanging over the edge. Now when it comes to inflating, here's the only inflation point, and the actually thought through part of it is not only that it closes nicely, but there's also an extra valve in here. I hope you can see that properly. You can press this and then it opens, which means that as long as there's air inside, there's a back pressure that keeps this little valve closed. So that's actually a nice little extra touch. It doesn't take much to make this, I suppose, but it makes a big difference in making sure that your mat stays inflated. So that's actually quite cool. Now, here comes the tricky part, or not tricky actually, but the interesting part. So you can use the bag that you store the mat in as your pumping device. So obviously you can just, put your mouth on it, blow, and all is well. But that is a bit cumbersome for some people, so you can use this as a makeshift pump. So this end screws in here, and then you can just gently blow in here, and then you have a bag full of air, or you can find some kind of other way to get air in here, and then you just roll it up and squeeze it all out. It's not certainly any kind of foot pump and absolutely no electrical pump, obviously, but in a pinch, when you don't feel like pressing your lips against this and fully inflating it that way with lung pressure, so to speak, you can just use this as a somewhat mechanical option. It's not the most elegant way, and it's certainly not the most efficient way in the world, but technically speaking it does work. And if you want to give this for example to a kid, it is a bit of an extra activity for them to do. There you go, that's how it attaches. It's pretty solid attachment, so that's all good. So the idea is now that you have a full lung of air, so to speak, and then it's just a matter of moving it from here in the mat. So that's that. You know, that's only the first one. But then obviously, instead of having to push again with your lungs itself, you just gently inflate this, and then you have another lung full, and so on. So it works. It's not the most revolutionary inflation system in the world, but it is, technically speaking, it works, and it is nice to have an alternative option here. I got the mat fully inflated here, and to show you how well that valve works that I mentioned earlier, as you can see, I have it open here, but thanks to the back pressure that is now in the mat, that little rubber stopper in there makes sure that the air actually doesn't come out. So that's actually quite nice. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't recommend sleeping on it like this. You know, why not just close it? But in case it does accidentally pop out before you lay on it, you know, at least your mat won't deflate right away. So as you can see, with 1m83, 6'1", I fit exactly on the mat. For me, this is the absolute perfect size. If you're any taller, you're gonna fall off the mat on either one side or the other. Most likely, you're gonna shovel your feet further down, because then you still have space here for your head. It is comfortable enough to sleep without a pillow. You probably put a travel pillow there, you know, just to make it even more comfortable. But in a pinch, you can definitely sleep on here without any pillow. Especially thanks to the contouring and the different zones they have here. It's actually quite comfortable to lay on your back, a bit depending on what kind of sleeping bag you have, and of course what kind of sleeping preference you have. It is very fine to just lay on your back. Also, when you're a stomach sleeper like me, you'll end up like this, and that's actually also quite comfortable. Again, same thing, you'll probably sleep with a travel pillow, but if you need to, you can definitely sleep on here without any pillow. It's really interesting to see the zones in action. You can see here, this is for your lower back, and then towards your legs you get these channels, so that it becomes more natural to put your leg in there like this, for example, all to make the comfort even bigger. And at the end, even there, you can see a little lip for your foot to signify that the end is there. So overall, it is, you know, thought through at least. A few thoughts to end this video while I give you a bit of a top-down view of the whole mat, in this case with a pillow and a little teddy bear on it. I think it's a very clever package, with the pump doubling as a storage pouch, or the other way around rather, with the valve inside the valve and with the separate zones inside the mat itself. I think it's a very nice and complete package, and for $56 online, it is certainly not going to break the bank either. Overall, I think it's a nice, reliable solution that you can count on when you go camping, which I think is exactly what you want. In combination with a nice light sleeping bag, this is your sort of perfect portable travel setup. Thanks for Unigear for providing this review unit, and this was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!